Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconce called the Sonora Large 37115. Awesome fixture. Let's get into details. This is 24.6 inches overall in height, 10.6 inches in width, and has a projection out from the wall of 7.5 inches. Backplate is 9.7 inches wide by 24.6, and then the mounting height, which is going to be the distance from the junction box to the middle of, from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the junction box, is coming in at 13.7. Means it's basically a center mount, but I want to show you more information about that. How we're going to do that right now is we're going to look at the installations instructions, and those are the papers that are going to be in the box when you get this, which have a ton of great information. If you're on the page for this on our website, look over on the right hand side of your screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So click on that for me and open it up. You will see a parts list. You'll see how it goes together, how you put the glass in. The most important part is going to show you the back plate and how it goes over your junction box. And a lot of you guys are going to have a question, can I have this higher or lower on the back plate? Can I mount this junction box top or bottom or middle? Quick answer is kind of yes, but so part of that is when you look at the pictures next to me of the back plate, of the back of the back plate, you're going to notice there actually is a wall built back there, and that is going to allow for basically a box to be back there. And you'll notice there's wires coming out of this that are going to be in that box, and there's enough wire to get you all the way to the top of that without a problem at all. You're just going to have to determine how you're going to attach that to the structure of your building if you're not attaching it to this, and that's going to be an important thing you guys have to figure out, which people have done a million times with no problem. Moving on from there, when you are done putting this on your building, run a very clear small bead of silicone all the way around where the sconce is going to meet the back plate or whatever building you're putting this against, and that's just going to keep moisture from getting into the back plate and into the back of the sconce. Sconce is aluminum, it's going to be fine, but it's really your building and the junction box. You really want to keep water away from these things because you can get rust off these because they are steel. Okay, so let's talk about a couple other things after that. And one of those things is really going to be what's inside of this. And Hubbardton Forge says that this is going to max out at a 100-watt incandescent bulb, and that's going to be because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. Most of you guys are going to want to do LEDs. You'll notice that Hubbardton offers a dedicated version of this as an LED. That's really for very special circumstances, which I'll talk about in a second, but this beautifully takes any kind of LED that can get into the glass, and the glass on this is pretty big. This is an A19 LED. This is an A19 incandescent. This is the standard size bulb we all grew up with. You'll notice they're about the same size. I can find this A19 LED up to 100-watt equivalent out in the marketplace. I found it out there before. However, if you guys want to get a lot of light out of this, check out an A21. You'll notice it's a little bigger than the A19. I can find this, and this one actually is 150-watt equivalent. This is a Sylvania bulb. Got it on my local hardware store, and 150-watt equivalent is a lot of light, and sometimes that's what you need. It's good to have the opportunity to have it. You can put these on dimmers, don't forget. So if you're going to have this in any situation, just put it on a dimmer. If you want to dim it down a little bit, just make sure you buy a dimmable version of the bulb. And I talk about this all the time. Buy it in the color temperature of the light that you guys like. I like the warmth of an incandescent bulb. This guy, that's the light coming down on me from these LEDs. These are 3,000 Kelvin, and that's what I tend to like. Some of you guys are going to like the cooler, whiter daylight. That is going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. Just make sure you're really laser focused when you look at the box that it's the color temperature that you want, because you want to make sure that you're happy with your light. Okay, so I talked about a second ago about the dedicated LED version of this. It's really what's called a GU24 socket. So there's two little holes here, and then the bulb setup has two little prongs on it, and they just kind of snap right in like that. So a couple things about this. This is going to be for people like California Title 24 compliancy requirements. That's if you're building a new building or a house in California and you're pulling permits and there's going to be a building inspector coming out to see you, you probably are going to end up with this. So you might as well talk to me about it now. The other thing is if you guys are doing a LEED certified building or house, LEED, same deal. You're probably going to end up talking to me about this. Special order, it's not a big deal. But if you guys are just looking to do LED, just stay with the incandescent socket, just the incandescent version, and put in whatever LED your heart desires, and you should be good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.